And the more I learn about retirement and taxes in retirement and 401ks and pensions and Social Security, the more you need to talk to Kevin Loyd. Kevin Loyd, president and owner of Legacy Wealth Advisors. Welcome back, Big 550 KTRS.
Hi, McGraw. How you doing today?
Good. All right. Now, last week we got cut off. We ran out of time. So from the beginning, tell this story about the one example, hypothetically, the quote-unquote hypothetical example, of somebody who works for a big corporation that has stock in their 401k. Tell this story.
Absolutely, McGraw. So when we work for an employer that allows us to buy our stock inside of our 401k, there's special tax benefits available to us. Now, it's important that we actually work with someone that understands how to do this. You don't want to work with someone that hasn't done this before because it is complicated.
Right.
But let me give you an example. Let's say I've got a 401k with a major corporation here in town, and let's say it's $600,000.
Okay.
Well, inside that 401k, I own my employer stock. And let's say, for example, that stock is worth $300,000.
Okay.
Now, over my lifetime of working, I put in $100,000 of my own money into buying this stock. So they call that the basis inside the stock. So then you have a gain of about $200,000. That's the net unrealized appreciation. So they call this net unrealized appreciation. So what happens is the IRS will allow us to reach inside that 401k, move that employer stock out into a normal brokerage account. So the money is no longer in a 401k or an IRA. It's in a normal brokerage account. But what happens is I have to pay tax on that money the year I move it over just on the basis.
Okay.
So, for example, hypothetically, I was working with somebody that we did this, and we looked at it, and we said, okay, this $100,000 basis, it's going to cost you about $22,000 in tax to move the $100,000 in basis over. So $100,000 of basis shows up into the account, which is $300,000 in stock.
Okay.
Okay? So in 2018, what we do, because he's retired, we're going to cash out about half of the stock, okay? So think about taxes inside retirement. It's one of the times we can really control our tax situation. Now, most people think that long-term capital gains tax is 15%. Some people say 20%. But if you're in the 15% tax bracket, like this guy was, you pay 0% tax on the money. So basically, he liquidated $150,000 in stock, paid 0 tax in 2018. 2019, we do the exact same thing again, and he pays 0 tax. So effectively, he was able to get $300,000 out of his 401k plan and effectively only paid 7.4% in tax because in the very beginning he had to pay that $22,000 approximately. And so what we try to do is eliminate or reduce taxes for every single client that we work with. Now, the following years, because he has enough money to live on, we're actually doing Roth conversions out of his 401k into Roth, and we're doing about $20,000 per year, and we're converting it over to the Roth, and he pays 0 tax on those conversions as well, too. McGraw, this is complicated stuff. We do this every day. But I think taxes are the number one wealth-eroding factor in people's portfolios.
Yeah.
And if we don't understand them, we could give thousands and thousands of dollars to the government that we don't need to pay.
Okay, so first of all, if you do this wrong, right, you have one shot to do it. So if you're a company and you have these stock options and you've worked all this time and you do it wrong, you can't go back and do it right.
You can't. I see a lot of advisors mess this up, and they just roll that entire 401k balance to an IRA. If you roll it to an IRA, you lost this benefit. I have met countless people that their advisor didn't understand how this worked, and he just rolled it all to the IRA. They lost substantial substantial tax benefits because of this. Now, I know this only works with people that work for major corporations.
Right.
Okay? But there's tons of tax things that are like this for people that even don't work for major corporations. And so we don't know, McGraw, what we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know what our advisor doesn't know. And so that's why it's so important when you work with someone in retirement that you work with someone who specializes in only working with people in retirement. I've seen it time and time again that people say that they do, but they're more like generalists. They work with anybody from 0 to age 100. And they don't work in that one section of retirement like we do. And we understand how these tax rules work. Why do we understand them? Because I own a tax office. I have 4 accountants that work for me. And my accountants not only work for me, but they work for my clients as well, too.
We had the tax workshop last week. It was sold out, packed to the gills. You're putting another one on this month?
I'm actually doing another tax workshop as well. We're going to do it on the 17th of October, and I've decided to do this one in the afternoon again at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And not only are we going to go over strategies like this, we're going to talk about how to maximize Social Security. We're going to look at lots of different tax strategies to try to help people understand how to distribute assets in retirement and minimize or completely reduce taxes, so that way we can make our money last longer.
So October 17th for the tax and Social Security workshop, and then if anybody's close to retiring, within 5 years of retirement, or just retired, or is retired, that's why I say don't pass go, don't collect $200, don't do anything. Call Kevin Loyd first. Kevin, how many cookies were left over from the workshop the other night?
That's funny. I actually brought 4 cookies home. I think more. We served cookies at the meeting, and I think a lot of people on the way out took a lot of cookies. And I said, take them because I don't need any cookies.
There you go. All right. So, and then the show tomorrow, When Retirement Happens. So the website, whenretirementhappens.com. The phone number to sign up for the tax workshop or to call and talk to you directly, 314-641-1010. That's 314-641-1010. Don't make the same mistake so many others are making. Call Kevin first. Don't do anything. Call Kevin first. He'll steer you in the right direction. Kevin, have a good week. We'll talk to you later in the day.